TWL, they advise, supply, install and maintain business telephony and broadband systems. The depth of portfolio is constantly growing to meet their customers' needs. They also specialise in mobile solutions, data cabling and security. The people at TWL are what make them who they are and why they're a successful, young, hungry company.
My name's Andrew Nicholson. I'm Managing Director of TWL Voice and Data. We're predominantly a telecoms company. We've been going 15 years and we've got 19 staff at the moment. The main part of our business is installing, supply and maintaining telephone systems. And we also install data cabling, sort of computer cabling for businesses as well, across any type of business. So it could be education, manufacturing, and that's another section of our business. We cover the whole country for installations of telephone systems, but we are based in South Wales, so the majority of our customers are in South Wales. We've got some core values that are important to us. We like to have happy staff. We like to have happy customers. We've got a structure in the business now that makes sure we continuously checking ourselves, continuously checking how well we're doing against service level agreements. It's a tough one. I think that the reason why some will come to work for us over our competitors is our reputation. We've got a good reputation with our customers. We've got a very low staff turnover, so we've got staff that have been here the full 15 years, and we're a good company to work for, I would say. It's quite a hard thing to try and tell a youngster to sort of come in and talk about, but I would try and tell them to be as open as possible, to try and do a bit of research, to ask questions, because a lot of people just say, yeah, I'm here for the job, and when there's anything you want to ask, so ask a lot of questions. So I'd say that's key. Do your research on the company you're going to see, and even if you're not right for the role, always follow things up with an email or a courtesy phone call afterwards. Even beforehand, a courtesy phone call to say, I'm confirming I'm in that time. Be on time is another one. So there's all those things that in schools, that people come out of schools, they don't get any skills to do. But when you go into a business world, there's lots of skills that they need. But you can with trainees, you can always take some things that you can give them to learn. But those sort of things, timekeeping is key. Don't turn up late. Appearance has to be smart, but it doesn't have to be shirt and tie. Depends on what business you're going for. But always, try and be as smart as you can.
Excellent. And so,
timekeeping's key in any business. I think for our business, particularly some form of technology related skill sets, so or anything Microsoft, anything mobile related, all those sort of things which younger people coming through have those skill sets, but it's trying to express them and give that information out in an interview, what you can do, because obviously a lot of people coming through don't have any job experience, but if you can tell them some of the things that you do, it would be important, I think. I always look for someone who's quite outgoing. I've interviewed a lot that have just sat there and you've had to ask them questions and that, so they sort of sit there and they go within themselves. So someone who asks questions, someone who's interested. There's two things. We can, if I employ someone from a competitor, you want them to work in your way and they've obviously got bad habits. Apprentice we can get, it's cost effective for the business, and it gives someone an opportunity to learn the way we want them to work, as opposed to having to bring them back into our way of working. So we can mould someone over that time, and as long as he's with the right sort of lead engineer, then they can learn how we want them to work. So it's a big benefit for our sort of senior engineers who work on their own a lot, having some assistance as well. And
going back to, you say you help to mould them in your way you work. So.
I think that's the one benefit. So the people we've got coming through work in the way we want them to work.
Excellent.
Definitely. I mean, I think that's something, obviously, with having Ricky on board, is something that I'm keen to do, because I want personal development as well as work-related development. So definitely talk to someone like yourselves to put them on some sort of plan and training. We obviously give them the time that they need to do their coursework, which is key. We give it within work time. They come into the office, spend some time in the office, because a lot of the job that our apprentices are doing are out in the field. So they come and sit in the office, sit in an office environment, and they can then carry out their work that they need. So that's important, is to give them that time they need to fill in their work. A full-time job, van, laptop, mobile, so they get all the perks of the job, and they get up to go into to a reasonable salary that then can escalate them up the ladder as such. So we've got different levels, and people can go to those levels as quick or as slowly as they want. No, I think I've covered it. I mean, interviewing and be prepared, and try and be as positive as you can. And try and be interested, even though it's a big wide world. To be interested in what you're doing. Don't apply for a job that you've got no interest in, or no. From our point of view, it's a technical role. So if you've got interest in acting, it's no point being here. So actually do some research on the job you're going for, and actually think, right, I'd like to do that. And I think that's key. Thank you.